Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We have kind of a special one for you today. Today we have a review based on what a viewer actually suggested. Actually, they suggested a different version of this build, but we went ahead and got this one so we could do a comparison of the two. So let me bring it up here and show you what this is. It's pretty big. This is a heavy one. This is the Oscorp Tech Tower by Youmko, and this is huge. I wonder if we have dimensions. 102 centimeters tall.
I'll put it on the screen.
Kim will put it on the screen, how tall that is in inches. But 102 centimeters for our European viewers or other people who use the metric system. It looks fantastic. This is maybe the best looking Oscorp build that I've seen, and it's really kind of interesting too. Maybe let me take a little side note here. When I was looking up this building online, there's no real universal image of what it really looks like. There's so many different iterations of this building out there. The ones that Lego makes looks totally different. I think this iteration, and leave a comment below if you know, looks like it might be from one of the video games or something like that. But there's no real, from what I can tell at least, any set view of what the Oscorp building that it features prominently within Spider-Man material really looks like. But this is a really good looking one. It comes with a helicopter. I love the green pieces on the front, and when you look at the back, it looks like it has a totally maxed out interior too, with all sorts of interior details. We're looking at 6,375 pieces. So yeah, usually I say we'll see on the other side when we're done, but we'll probably see in a couple weeks after we get this thing done. It's gonna take a while, and I really need to think about where we are going to place this, because right now none of our shelving units are tall enough to actually accommodate this. So it's gonna go on our little project table off camera here by the time we get done with it. But anyway, let's get going on this thing, and we'll see you whenever we get done. All right, we just finished up the Oscorp building. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't see you there. So we just finished up the Oscorp. It has actually been like well over a month before I started this thing, because, life gets in the way sometimes, right? And plus we got our regular jobs we got to go to. So this took me quite a while to get done. Look at it. Look at this. My camera is zoomed out so much in order to drink this whole thing in. It is very imposing. It's very cool, and it actually was a fun build. So I want to tell you a little bit about it first, and then I'm going to bring in one thing that strikes you about this build are the details, especially on the interior. When I take the back panels off and I show you, and I didn't think that this was going to be a full 360 build, but it is. However, the wall panels, and I'll show you that, they all come off in the back so that you can look inside and see all the incredible details. I'll say one thing. It's really hard to find online. I am no Spider-Man expert. It's hard to find like a real consensus online about what the Oscorp building really looks like. Apparently, there's been several different iterations of it throughout the years. I did watch, when I was building this, just for fun, I watched the 2012 Amazing Spider-Man, and it seemed like that building looked a lot like this one. So I'm sure there are some Spider-Man experts out there. If you know, please leave a comment and tell me, which iteration of Spider-Man, universe or whatever this building comes from, because again, I've seen several different iterations online. A couple of things about the build. I'm actually going to find, today it feels like I need to do some ranking on this on a 1 to 10 scale of how I feel about this build. Brick quality, I'd give it a good 7 out of 10. There's one gap up here that I'll show you that I just couldn't do anything with, and I think that's related to the brick quality. So brick quality, pretty good. Lighting integration, more like a 5 or 6 out of 10. You will see that I have got a wire here that will not reach up to the hub where you plug in for the lighting, because even though, I wonder if I have one. Yeah, I did. So the lighting kit bags are numbered, but in the instructions, they do not tell you which lighting goes where. So I had to choose, and I did not choose well. Exactly, Medieval Nightman. I chose poorly. So this one, and I was not, by the time I got to this, I was not going to rip the whole thing, but by the time I realized that this was too short to reach the hub, I was not going to tear the whole thing apart. I don't care. Not a big deal. Obviously, I should have gone with the longest wire from down here first. I didn't know. All the other lighting works. There is one major issue with the lighting, and I will turn on what I have hooked up. I have everything hooked up but this first or this second floor level. In order to actually reach the part of the lighting kit at the bottom, you have to take the whole top off. It's battery powered. I really would have preferred a USB cable to come out the backside here, so you could plug it into a USB, so you could turn it off and on at will. But if you want to have the lighting on the bottom, which is actually really cool lighting, I'll show you. You actually have to take the whole top off and turn on the lighting there. So lighting integration, not great. Maybe you can also see. I'm checking on my watch because I'm watching myself here. You probably can't tell from there, but there's all sorts of exposed wiring here from the little radar or antenna dishes and stuff like that. Not a huge deal. The rest of it is pretty closed off, so you can't see because there is a jumble of wires up there that I'll show you as well. When it comes to the design, it's a really great design, and also it has so many windows. This is a window-heavy build. In and of itself, not bad because the effect looks really good. Let me spin it around here. We got all the cool green on the front, but you see all the windows on the side. Oh, one thing I should mention when I'm talking about lighting, there is one brilliant piece of lighting integration, and it's right here, right around the Oscorp sign. Even though the panel itself is kind of delicate, I don't like how it was held in place by only a couple of studs, which is not good. But the lighting integration around the Oscorp sign is really, really, really cool. I like that a lot. And here's the backside that I'm talking about. And I am not going to risk moving this over to the big table where we normally do our reviews. I'm going to take it apart here, because wherever I move it after here, and actually we have no place right now to put this. We have a work table off to my left, to your right, and I'm just going to put it over there for now until we can figure out where to put this. That is something to consider if you end up getting this set. But I'm going to pull off these back panels here in a minute and show you the interior. It's pretty cool. So, I mean, I really do like this set. And let me tell you something, guys. For the money, I think, again, Kim is telling me she buys all of the sets. I think we spent about $200, maybe a little under $200. What a value. What a bargain from Youmko that this set can come in that cheap. Because if you're a parts person, if you just want to buy this for parts, it's worth it. It's worth it in parts. I mean, well over 6,000 pieces. A great deal. And again, when I show you the interior, you'll see all those details. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to bring you around the back here. You're going to be seeing my fireplace and our other part of the studio you normally don't get to see when we take the back off, and I'm showing you all the cool interior details. All right, guys, this is the first time we've ever had a view like this on a review, but we have to because it's so big, and to show you the panel. So the panels on the back, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels that you can take off in order to see the interior. So I just kind of gently put this one into place up here. Let me take this off. And you just kind of have to be careful. This panel was big. This was the last panel in the build that I had to put in. Let me put this off to the side. And let me bring it up close so you can check it out. All right, so here is the very top of the Oscorp building. You can see the hub right there that holds all the wires. And you can see the wires really easily there from the little dishes, and also going up the top of the tower there. The battery box for the whole second set, basically, second part of the building, is right there. Pretty easy to get to. Again, you'd have to take off that panel here that I just took off. But again, everything is pretty well hidden. You've got some cool details in there, too, of these tanks that have wheels on them to open and close. You have like big air conditioning vents there towards the front, and it's all pretty hidden, all hidden pretty well, which is pretty cool. And here, oh, I forgot to put the helicopter on. Let me grab the helicopter. I forgot that part of the build, the helicopter was the very first thing that you build. So there's its tiny little helipad, not quite realistic. There's no staircase or anything to get down to it, but that's where it goes. So that is the first mountain. Now I'm going to take off the second level right here. So here is the 7th story, and basically it seems to be more office space with lab stuff in the back there. We have a plant. Not a whole lot going on. I think that's a bed right there. Okay, oh, actually, no, that's a kitchen, basically. This seems to be an apartment, because back there it's hard to see, but there's a bed, and then we have a bathroom, we have a shower. So this is definitely living quarters. We have a little mat there and stuff like that. So that is the second level. And you can see, luckily, there's supports throughout the center section of the build in order to keep the floor above nice and straight. And we have some cool cabinetry there, stuff like that. So that is the 7th level. A lot of cool little details. Let's do the next one down here. Now the 6th level is definitely kind of a lab thing. I love the walkway. That walkway goes right over a cool multi-story fish tank, which is so fun. Then we got some green goop here. We have some more cabinets. We have a door that's open. You can see some of the stuff. More lab equipment over here. We got a green dome back there. We also have some more cabinetry. So it's, again, the 6th is really cool. Some cool details that are kind of hard to see. We have a little biohazard sign, stuff like that. A lot of cool details. Really fun. Let's do the 5th level. All right, here's the 5th level. We have a desk with a computer screen. We have a fire extinguisher bottle there. And here's the upper part of the aquarium. There are some fish in there, which are cool. And we also have, and maybe this is from the source material that I just don't know about, we have a green kind of a dome here. And it's got like a, some kind of an arm over it. And again, there's like a monitor that has, you know, whatever they're doing tests on and stuff. So that is pretty cool also. You can see a gap right here in the brick. Could not get that down. Not sure what's going on with that. But that is the 5th level. Definitely some lab type equipment. Very cool. Let's go on down number 4. All right, the 4th level has the beginning of the aquarium right there. And again, you see how it goes to 2 levels under the 5th level. Really cool. We have some kind of a door that goes to something that can hold something. Again, if you know the source material, please share in the comments. Another lab, we have a sink back there, another dome, magnifying glass, a Bunsen burner, another cool like workstation. There we have a spider on a spider web, which seems to be maybe where Peter Parker got where Peter Parker got bit in The Amazing Spider-Man from 2012. So that looks really cool. Let's go down to this one. All right, the last panel is a big panel that exposes this space right here, which is pretty tall. We have a cool workstations. We have a staircase that goes down to the main level. We have an office on the upper floor that has all sorts of cool detail, things that you really can't see. I really do love the amount of detail they put into this, even though a lot of it you're not going to see all the time. In the back there, let me zoom in, we have more computer monitors and more cabinetry, more keyboards, coffee cups. So minifigs would fit in really well with this set. You can't say it's minifig scale, right? Because it's supposed to be a skyscraper, but you could easily put a minifig in here and it would not seem out of place at all. We have a cool Xerox machine here, copy machine. It's just so cool. I really like the elevation and the view out the front windows from this level. Okay, the last thing we have to do is take this whole upper section off of the base so I can show you the interior here. Wish me luck. All right, here we go. This top part is so heavy. Again, you would not want to do this to turn those lights on all the time. I'm already having a hard time with it. got it all. So here is the first floor of the Oscorp building. We have the cool escalator that goes up to the section that I just took off. We have a cool escalator right here going up to that level. A cool revolving door kind of a thing that you find in skyscrapers. A weird little fountain right there. And then there you have the hub for the lighting for the bottom. And that's the battery pack. So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that should really be outside of this build. And maybe it's supposed to be, but it actually has a little holder. Let me see if I can show it to you. There's actually a little holder down there where they say that the battery pack should go. So that's where I've been putting it, and I just knocked over the fountain. That fountain is barely put in there at all. Let's see. Okay, I kind of fixed it. All right. But that is the level. I love the flooring. Looks really cool. Got a bush in the corner. Some plants up above, so pretty cool. The one thing I wanted to mention, right here, that's the gap that I'm talking about. No matter what I did, I could not get those two bricks together, and it affected the rest of the build. You can see right there, because that part is not connecting, then that window doesn't connect. And no matter how hard down I press, it's not going anywhere. So that's like the only real brick issue in the whole build. Alrighty, and here's where she looks like, all lit up. Just so you know, off camera, I was putting this top part back on. I forgot to take the helicopter off. It fell, shattered into a million pieces. Oh well, these things happen. Not a big deal. We're going to go and turn off the lights here and show you what it looks like, because I told you this integration right here looks so good with the green, and it's got that whole green goblin Oscorp look. I absolutely love it. So let's kill the lights. Check it out. Behold. That actually looks pretty cool for lighting. That is actually pretty fun. Now, unfortunately, because again, we had the short wire issue, the first level's not lit up, whatever. The rest of it looks good. I mean, this is probably the only time I'm ever going to have the lights on. But you can see the Oscorp part right there. Just looks absolutely fantastic. This has got, again, forget the Spider-Man thing. This has kind of got that whole cyberpunk kind of Blade Runner-ish kind of a look to it. So it looks really good. What do you think? So thank you for joining us today. I need to put this back panel back on and then find a place for this monster. This thing is really cool. Leave a comment. What do you think? You going to get this? Are you a Spider-Man person? I like Spider-Man, but we're not like big fans or anything like that. But this just is so cool. So thanks for tuning in today. We got more kind of Spider-Man-y themed stuff coming up also. Maybe even another Oscorp building that Kim might be working on right now. So leave a comment, hit like if you're not subscribed. Please do that. It's a free, easy way to totally help us out. We sure do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.